Tomlin from TomlinHarmonicaLessons.com, and this week I want to tell you about something that I'm doing in February. That's February 2019 if you're watching this in the future. It's something that I'm calling my 28-day practice challenge. And this basically comes from a lesson I was having with one of my students actually before Christmas. Sandy, if you're watching this, you've created a monster. Basically, we were sitting in class, and the student was playing through some stuff, and I said, you know what, if you sat down and just ran through the scales up and down for a couple of hours a day for a month, you would feel a huge difference in your playing, in your kind of comfort and fluidity around the instrument. And he said, okay, I'll do that. And basically, long story short, I've got to do it as well. So I'm not specifically going to be doing scale practice, but I thought it would be cool to commit to a serious practice regime for 28 days. Hence February, so 28 days in February, it's nice and round. So what I'm doing is I'm personally going to be working on improving my upper octave playing, specifically in second position using the major and minor pentatonic scale, and third position using the minor pentatonic scale. So I feel that I can kind of fake the upper octave, but I'm not massively comfortable. I have sort of some set things that I'll do, so I'll be doing this kind of thing. Or those kind of things, but they're patterns that I know, and even then I tend to avoid using them because I'm just not that confident up in the upper octave. So I want to bang this nail on the head and completely own the upper octave. So what I'm going to do for my personal practice challenge is I'm going to be focusing on practicing scale exercises up there, as well as practicing improvising up there, and I'm going to try and stop myself from kind of resorting to my safe zones down in the lower octave. So I'm committing to practicing 3 hours a day in February to achieve this goal, and I'd like you to join me, but I'm not expecting you A, to work on the same thing as me, or B, to work on it for 3 hours a day. But what I do want you to do, I want you to pick one small thing that you would like to improve. One small thing that's really bothering you. It could be hitting the clean 2 draw. It could be hitting your 4 draw bend straight on. It could be really getting comfortable with following the 1-4-5 changes in a 12-bar blues using the root notes. It doesn't matter what it is, it's just got to be something specific to you. It's got to be fairly concrete. It can't be something along the lines of, I want to get good. That's not going to help anyone. It's not going to help you. But if you have a specific goal of a particular technique, a particular song, something that you just know you need to knuckle down and put some serious reps into, then this is what you need to choose for your own 28-day practice challenge. And as I said, it doesn't need to be 3 hours a day. That's what I'm committing to. But you do need to commit to doing a certain amount each day. It might be 5 minutes. It might be an hour. It might be more than that. But it's the regularity that's the important thing. So I'm not going to let you do this by yourself. I'm not going to leave you floating out in space. I've actually had some ideas for how we can do this together and make it a little bit easier to stay accountable to each other. Because I think a lot of this is down to feeling accountable. I feel accountable to Sandy because I promised him that if he was going to do it, I would do it. So I've got to do it, otherwise I'll feel really bad. And we can be accountable to each other because I've put together a Facebook group just for this 28-day practice challenge. So what you can do is you can join that Facebook group, post a little message about yourself and what the one thing is that you're going to work on, and then you can post regular updates. You don't have to post every day, but you can if you want. You can maybe post once a week, say, right, this is where I was week 1, here I am week 2, I've already seen an improvement, I'm going to keep going, and we're just going to encourage each other, and that's the whole point. Also, to help you with that, I put together this practice sheet, my 28-day practice challenge practice sheet. So you might not be able to see it, but basically the top of the sheet has your personal goal. So here I've written down, be more comfortable in the upper octave. So that's my personal goal. And there's actually 3 pages here, and I've broken it down into each day, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, etc. Time spent, so I can write down how long I've spent working on it, and then any notes about how the practice has gone, anything that I need to be aware of for the next practice session. So you're really kind of being aware of what you're doing and whether you're working in the right direction is really helpful. So if you want to get this this sheet to print out, just click on the link in the description below and put your email address in, and I'll send it to you. So finally, one more little thing. I'm going to be live streaming some of my practice sessions throughout February. So obviously this is potentially super boring for you to watch me playing scales for 3 hours a day. I'm not going to live stream the whole thing. What I'm actually going to be doing, I'm probably going to be doing my practice in 2 blocks of an hour and a half. So I'm going to do a block in the morning and a block late afternoon, because that works quite well for my routine and also just for my concentration. So I'm going to live stream a little bit of it so you can see what a practice session looks like. It will be quite boring, but it's just so you have an idea, and I might do it every day. Maybe you can write in the comments of the first one whether it's useful for me to do it every day or not. I don't want to bore you silly. I also don't want you to think that it's something you have to sit and watch through. You can just check in every now and again, check that I'm still doing my practice. So yeah, I'm really excited about the 28-day practice challenge. I'm really excited about you doing it with me. So let's get this group together. Join the Facebook group by clicking on the link in the description below, and also download that worksheet, and that'll just make it a little bit easier for you. And let's crush February and become a much better player in just 28 days. All right, see you then. Happy harping.